Hey, what's going on, guys? This is your boy C Will, back to you with another video. Man, I'm super excited today. Why? Because it's been a little bit over 90 days since I had the Alienware Aurora R7 system, and man, I have the top 8 things that I've learned since I had the system. And let's get into this video. So number one is to definitely, I implore you, if your system came with the Intel Optane memory, the number one thing that you have to do is actually replace that with the NVMe M.2 drive. I elected to do, as you can see in the video, check out my YouTube video where it shows where I replaced the Intel Optane memory with the Samsung 970 Evo. It's an NVMe M.2 drive, and man, it makes a huge difference with the actual way that your system runs and all that good stuff. So definitely check out that video. That's the number one thing to do. Number two is to definitely, this kind of goes along the line with replacing the Intel Optane memory, is that at the same time, go ahead and just do a clean install with the Windows 10. I promise you, once you do that clean install and then you just load up the programs that you want to have instead of everything that comes along with the Alienware R7, it'll system run a whole lot better. You'll definitely like it. You'll love it. Number three is definitely, if you want to help out your desktop, and you got to remember, it's a desktop system, which means that you do not need any battery saving programs or power plan stuff. You want this thing to be running at full speed, you need to switch over to the ultimate power plan. Yes, you won't see the settings by default. So what we'll do is real quick is I definitely show you how to be able to go ahead and set that up. And let's get into that real quick. All right, guys, so what we're going to do for how to enable the ultimate performance plan with inside Windows 10, you're going to go ahead and go to Google, then go ahead and type in how to enable ultimate performance Windows 10. It's going to give you these options. Go ahead and click on the first one. Then it says how to turn on the ultimate performance power plan in Windows 10. If you scroll down, it's going to give you the steps here. It says how to enable. Click on your taskbar. Click on the Windows icon. Go to the settings. Click the cogwheel. Inside settings. Now it says to go to the left hand menu, then click power sleep from the options. We're just going to type that in. If you type in power, it says power and sleep settings. All right, so up under related settings, click additional power settings. And if you don't see ultimate performance right here, show additional power plans. Now, if you don't see ultimate performance, what you're gonna do is just go ahead and type here, type command prompt. You're gonna right click and hit run as administrator. All right, then you're gonna go ahead and put in this into the command prompt. And once you do that, hit enter. It's gonna show the power scheme as ultimate performance. Then boom, once you're done with that, then you just go back and it should show either up under here or just show here. Then you could click that for ultimate performance. And what that does, it definitely puts your system in a state where it doesn't go to sleep. It uses all of its resources and your system runs a lot faster, is what I noticed. Number four is to have a dedicated hard drive just for your video games. If you play PC games, it's better to have a dedicated SSD drive to play your games. I purchased the Sandisk 500 gigabyte Ultra SSD drive, and as you can see up in the video, it's one of my YouTube videos. I showed you how I installed that. One of the things I found out with installing that drive, because that was my third SSD drive, for my boot drive, I have the Samsung 970 Evo. Then I have a kind of like a scratch disk drive, which is the 860 Evo by Samsung. And then I have the Sandisk, which I'm using strictly as a gaming hard drive. It's 500 gigabytes. Couple of things, 500 gigabytes is not enough storage. So I recommend that you get a 1 terabyte hard drive, SSD drive. They definitely going down in price. And then two, when I install, as you can see in the YouTube video, just check that out whenever you get a chance. When I installed that third SSD drive and I filled up all of the SATA ports, come to find out one of the ports, I don't think there's enough bus speed, because that fourth slot, SATA slot on the motherboard, the drive ran slow. So check out that video, you'll see what I'm talking about, and that'll help you out. Number 5, now this is a big one. When I install, so one of the big things, you know, that's going around on the forums, if you know anything about the Aurora lineup for Dell, for Alienware, is that when you're trying to do upgrades, you got to make sure that things match. Parts have to match and be compatible and all that different type of stuff. So the memory upgrade, oh my goodness. So if you haven't checked out my video that I did when I upgraded the memory in the Aurora R7, my system came with 16 gigabytes worth of DDR4 memory, 2666 megahertz. I purchased, because it was only 2 sticks, 2 8 gigabyte sticks. So I purchased, because I want to upgrade the memory, I purchased an additional 32 gigabyte kit, 2 16 gigabyte sticks of Kingston Hyper-Fury X memory. And I added that into the system, filled up all the slots, everything worked, total 48 gigabytes worth of memory. But when I looked at the actual speed of the memory and what it was running at, instead of it running at 2666 megahertz, it was only running at 2400 megahertz. And I said, okay, I was trying to figure out for the longest why was that the case, and come to find out it's because the timings on the memory, from the memory that comes, you know, with the system, the OEM memory, and then the memory that I purchased has 2 different sets of timings. And so the timings that it was defaulting to was the timers for it to run at 2400 megahertz. So I took out the 16 gigabytes worth of memory, and I left just the 32 gigabyte kit that I purchased. And so I am looking to sell that 16 gigabyte kit. If you want to purchase that, I am going to sell that for $200. So because on Dell's website for replacement OEM memory, they're asking $317 for it. I sell it for $200. It's only a couple of months old. You'll be good to go. You can add it in with, you know, and you can fill up all the slots on your motherboard if you don't want to purchase any other type of memory. But if you do want OEM memory, I have it for you. Hit me down in the comments or hit me up on Instagram at Wilcreatives, and I definitely will talk that out and just give me your best offer. You know, if you can't do 200, hey, it's what we do. So what that means is that if you want to upgrade the memory in the Alienware Aurora R7, and you want to use all of the slots, the best bet is just to purchase all of the same type of memory. That's the best bet. But to debunk the whole myth, yes, you can use all 4 slots on the motherboard for the memory. Yes. Number 6, man, if you want to get into the gaming feel and the gaming theme, you have to replace your stock mouse and keyboard with a Rgb Gaming Mouse and keyboard. It made a world of a difference in what I was doing with gaming and stuff like that. So hey, you don't have to do it, but I definitely recommend that you do that. You know, you could definitely have it match the actual lights and all the stuff that could be on the side of your system and stuff like that. So make sure, check out my video. I did the Corsair bundle, the Essentials Gaming Bundle. Love it. Got a great price on it from Best Buy. Check out that video so you can see a little bit more about that, me unboxing and stuff like that. But hey, make sure that you do that. Number 7. Okay, this is also a big one. So my system came with a GTX 1070, which is a great Nvidia graphics card. I can run games 60 frames per second, no problem. Definitely you can get higher frames per second than that. But you know, Nvidia just came out with some new graphics cards, the RTX series. I'm looking at getting a 2080. Hopefully I could be able to get a 2080 card. But with doing that, you have to make sure that you get the right card. And what I mean by the right card is the right length. If you check out my video, I did a video kind of showing exactly what length that you could do. Anything up under 11 inches, you can actually fit into the system. It's a compact system. So make sure that you get the right graphics card. Make sure that you check out the length. And also along with that brings number 8. And number 8, number 8 is very, very, very important. Because one thing I learned about number 8 is that if you want to upgrade your graphics card, and this all depends on the type of power supply that came with your system. All right, so with my system, it came a 460 watt power supply. So what I am going to do I am going to actually replace my power supply with, and you'll see up here that'll pop up on the screen here, I am going to get an EVGA Supernova G3 850 watt power supply. That's a power supply that has been known. If you check the forums, stuff like that, it fits the system, fits the case, everything works pretty much perfectly. My system also came with a DVD burner, which a lot of computers just don't come with, you know, these days, but my system did. One thing you have to do also, and I'll put this up on the screen as well, you have to get, it's a power adapter that you have to get for that, because the cord does not come, or the cable does not come with the actual EVGA power supply. Really none of the power supplies that I looked at comes with that particular cord, so you have to get this separately. But as you can see up here on the screen, you can get this from Amazon. It's like $6-7, but you could be able to get that. I will be doing a video with upgrading the power supply. That's going to be coming up real soon, and I will be doing a video on upgrading the actual graphics card. So stay tuned for that. That is my top 8 recommendations, things that I've learned with the Alienware Aurora R7. I hope that helped you out today. Definitely don't forget to hit like, don't forget to hit subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell so you can catch all my notifications. And man, I will see you in the next video.